So recently, I felt like I haven't really been able to achieve much. Everything I've been doing is super mundane and boring, and I've been doing the same thing over and over again. What I mean by this is I haven't been challenging myself. Personally, I know a lot of my friends or people that I know that aren't necessarily doing much with their lives. And I don't mean this disrespectfully, they're not challenging themselves. They're all at uni, no one's taking risks, no one's doing anything hard. And which is fine, we're between the ages of 18, 19, 20, 21. You don't really need to be serious at that age. But I feel like if I'm able to learn some of this stuff now, and you guys are able to learn with me, we're going to be so much more successful in 2, 3 years' time than everyone else. So, Kyle, what did you actually do? So, I went on a hiking trip, a 19-kilometer overnight hiking trip, and it was really fun. So, I went 19 kilometers on the way there and then 19 kilometers on the way back. So, 38 kilometers in total with a 20-kilo backpack. During the hike, it was quite rough, I'll be honest. I had a lot of pain in my calves, my ankles, my back. I had a 20-kilo backpack on. Now, obviously, I didn't have this lightweight tent stuff. I just had some old stuff from my parents. And yeah, I appreciate that stuff, but it was super heavy, man. It was ridiculous. So walking in this terrain, it was very difficult for me. And I found myself constantly complaining. What I mean by complaining, I mean that I was just saying, oh, my calves are so sore.
I don't know if I'm tired or not, but this is feeling impossible. Just done 1 hour and my legs are already tired, my back's already sore, but you know, keep going. No excuses out here. It's kind of like once you start this, you can't really turn back, you know. Once you're like halfway through, or not halfway through yet, but kind of can't just give up, can you? You kind of have to keep on going because you're stuck out here by yourself, you know.
What I realized by all this complaining is no one gives a shit, honestly. I was complaining to myself, and as soon as I stopped complaining, the more I was able to complete, and this is so reflective in life, it's so easy to complain about how hard your life is, or this is unfair, or this or that. No one gives a shit in reality. That's just how it is. And once you're by yourself, you're able to realize it, that no one's there to help you. I didn't have my parents, family, friends to bail me out saying that my legs were sore and I could get picked up because I was in the middle of nowhere. And it's just like in life. If you're not able to bail yourself out of your own situations, you're just going to get stuck there and so die. Not literally die, but die inside almost. Second point I really want to talk about is during this hike, I was able to be by myself and reflect on my thoughts and on my mental health a little bit. And I won't go into too much detail about that, but I was able to reflect what I've been doing well in my life, what I've been doing poorly, and what do I need to improve upon. And one of these things was redoing my running series. I really did enjoy it, and unfortunately I had my laptop break, which is a pretty bad excuse to be honest. I could have still been uploading, but I'm really motivated to do it again, a new laptop, so I'm able to reignite the series and hopefully do it. That was what I was able to reflect upon, because I wasn't scrolling on my phone. I was really able to allow my brain to think what I wanted to achieve, what I wanted to do. So I really recommend this, even if you don't go for a hike, just go for a walk and let your brain think. Your brain's cognitive function is going to improve so much by just walking and being off your phone, and you're truly able to think with your own thoughts and decide what you want to do with your life. The third thing I really thought was important with this hike to me is that life's hard, man. It's as simple as that. Life is really fucking hard, guys. There's no easy way to life. There's no cheat code. There's no this, no that.
Fuck this, bro. One of the hardest things I've ever done is just my back is literally gonna die, my legs, my body. I'm just exhausted, but keep on pushing, lads. That's the point. Gotta challenge yourselves. Gotta get here before sunset, you know? Woo!
If I could sit in my bed all day and make money doing that, I would, bro. But that's not what life is. It's not about sitting and being a loser. It's actually doing something and taking action. If you're too scared to take action for what dreams you want to follow, what things you want to do, you're going to fail in life. And I felt like when I was walking, there was certain times where I didn't want to walk. I just wanted to have a break. But I realized I got to take action. I got to get back before the sun sets, or I'm going to be getting lost. It's going to be cold, and I could be in serious.
I don't know if you guys can see or not, but we have found Mr. Echidna hiding right here. Let him go. I am completely fucked. But watching this echidna hit some parkours is keeping me going. Like, bro, what is that? These are supposed to be sick, man. Finally made it, lads, to the campsite. Oh, far out. Successfully installed the tent and enough time for sunset. Yo, let's go. Hey. So I am going off in the opposite direction that I went to yesterday. So I'm coming back to the car. It's about 19 kilometers, give or take. And I may or may not have forgotten water. I do have water, but enough water. I only brought like 4 liters with me. And I probably jumped like 3 and a bit yesterday. So now I've really got a little bit. And the water at the campsite, yeah, kind of looks like yellowish. So I'm not going to touch that.
The first day it took me 6.5 hours, and 6.5 hours of walking with 20 kilos on your back just seems long, doesn't it? It does not sound like fun, and trust me, it was not fun. I was dead after it. But on the second day, I was able to do everything in about 4 hours, go back to my car. Do you know why? Because I was so motivated by water. I didn't complain at all about my back being sore, my ankle being sore. I kind of just like, well, I need to get back to the car so I can drink water. So I had some water in my car still. And I feel like this is said with a lot of life. You got 2 options with what you want to do. You can either be slow, complain, and say how hard your life is, or you got another option where you just kind of just crack on, you know? You just do it. You don't think. You kind of just act. You just take action. And I feel like there's 2 types of people in life. There's people that will complain and moan and do something harder. What I mean by is that they'll moan about something, they'll complain about something, whether it'll take less energy and be quicker just to actually do it instead of complaining about it. And I can think of so many examples of this in my life, whether it's been schoolwork, whether it's been catching up with people, whether it's been doing the bloody dishes. It's so much easier for me to actually do it than complain about it, or moan or have an argument about it with someone like my brother who doesn't want to do the dishes. It's just easier if you just get it done, because then you're done with it and then you don't have to worry about it. You can do whatever you want. What are some things I would recommend? I would seriously recommend going camping by yourself. Even if you don't go for a hike, just go camping by yourself, because you're able to think with what you want to do in your life. You're able to have free thoughts, man. Your brain's actually able to think for once. Because I feel like whenever you're on your phone, watching TV, doing whatever, your brain isn't really thinking. It's kind of just like in this state of nothingness. It's just kind of on autopilot. But when you're by yourself, essentially bored, you're able to think and you're able to use your brain and decide what you want to do with yourself, or what you want to do, what you want to achieve. So another thing I'd obviously recommend is to actually go for a hike. You don't necessarily have to go for a 19-kilometer hike like myself. You just go for a 5-kilometer hike. Do it for the day without a phone or anything like that. I just really recommend it. Third of all, just do something challenging, guys. Whether it is doing something social, doing something physical, just please do something challenging, or you're just going to get stuck in this perpetual cycle, living the same 6 months over and over again. And I felt like if I didn't go for this hike, the next semester of uni, I'm just going to be in the same perpetual cycle. So you kind of have to snap out of it, or break the timeline set and create a new one, so you're able to be successful and do what you want to do with your life. Anyways, I want to wrap up this video. I really appreciate you guys watching me, and it gives me the support to do things like this, go for a hike. Obviously, I didn't do this hike for YouTube, I did it for myself, but it was a nice benefit that I can make a video out of it. But please just challenge yourself, guys. That's all I want from, if you guys are watching this video, you just got to challenge yourself. It's as simple as that. And if you got into the end of the video and you decide you don't want to challenge yourself in your life, it's your loss, man. There's only so much you can do. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate the support. Much love. I'm going to do my best to make some more short form content, so be sure to follow on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and my shorts. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, you obviously subscribe. So anyways, boys, see you on the next one. Bro, you're actually still here. Yeah, much love, man. If you haven't liked, subscribed, read literally everything, dropped a comment, what are you doing, bro? Anyways,